Good morning and howdy YouTube world. This is Stan. Let me flip this thing around real quick. Can you see me? I can't see with the phone flipped around, so I hope you can see me. I'm driving, gonna go meet some friends in one town, and then the three of us are gonna get in their vehicle and drive to another town over close to NASA Houston, to have lunch together. And I was going to take you along for part of the ride. I already had a video going that was over 9 minutes long, and I accidentally pushed a button on the side of my phone and it turned the video off. So here I go, starting all over again, trying to keep my fat fingers off the buttons. I didn't know it'd stop it like that. I didn't know how to stop it. I always just back my way out of it when I make a video. All this videography is new to me, and none of my videos ever get edited. I don't know how to do that. I'm not smart enough to do that. So what you see is what you get, exactly like I recorded. Did you hear that? You hear my Hemi? I love the sound of this Hemi engine. I had to punch it when I merged onto this highway, and I heard it in the background there. I love the sound of this engine, and it's got a lot of power. It pulls my RV like it's not even back there. But anyway, that's not what I came to talk to you about. I just did a walk around to the place this morning. You can see the weather is kind of yucky. It's supposed to rain hard after a while, so I got the plastic hat protector I'll put on my hat if it starts raining, and I brought my umbrella with me. I used to have two umbrellas. I kept one in the truck and one in the house, and somehow, some way, somewhere, I lost the one I kept in the truck. I don't know how I lost it. Maybe my ex borrowed it last time she was down. I don't know. But anyway, it's gone. Nobody else ever rides in my vehicle anymore. They used to, but not anymore. Anyway, I was doing a walk around the place today. My broccoli is looking really good. It's really making nice heads now. And hey, y'all, go to Facebook and look for Hanging Out with Stan. I've got a page there, exactly the same name as my YouTube channel, and Hanging Out with Stan. Hanging does not have a G on the end. It's H-A-N-G-I-N, Out with Stan. And I also have a page over at Instagram also, but I haven't been on Instagram that long, and I keep forgetting to go over there and post pictures. But at my Facebook page, I post pictures almost every day of things I take pictures of around the property as I do my walk around and so forth. And I got some nice new ones on there this morning. My compost pile had some gray looking fungus or mushrooms or something growing in it that I had never seen before. I don't know what it is. I've never seen anything like it, but I'm happy to see stuff like that growing there. It means it's doing its job. My Brussels sprouts are big. The plants are big, and the leaves are huge. I've got big hands, and those leaves are 3 or 4 times bigger than my hands. And but they still don't have the shoots coming up from the center of them that the Brussels sprouts grows on. And I don't know if it's ever going to have any. They've been planted 3 months or something now, and the plants look beautiful, but there's no shoots coming up that the Brussels sprouts grows on. I don't know if there's something I need to do. I fertilized them once. They were planted in very rich, chicken-enriched compost, and the plants themselves are looking great, but there's no shoots for the Brussels sprouts. The broccoli looks good. The beets are looking real good. They're really looking good. I don't know what's down under the ground, the part you pull up and eat, but the top part is looking really great. The onion and garlic that I planted a couple of weeks ago, it's doing real good, but only about half of my onion came up, and I don't know why. I think the bulbs were kind of old when I bought them. I bought them later than what most people do. But down here, we hardly ever get a freeze down here, and when we do, it's not a hard freeze. Just very rarely do we ever get a hard freeze, and so I was confident enough to plant them. And I've got a new crop of radishes planted. I just planted them yesterday or maybe the day before. They hadn't come up yet, but they will be up soon. Yesterday evening I moved a wood sidewalk that I had around over to by the new porch that I just built, and I've got a lot of dirt to move for a very big raised garden bed used to be. The camper I live in is parked on top of part of it now, and I need to dig that out so the sidewalk can be level, you know, at ground level, not partly sitting up on what used to be the raised bed. And the part of the raised bed that's left, I am going to clean out and plant vegetables in it in the spring. I haven't planted anything there since the flood in 2017, but I am going to plant something there this spring. The camper has two doors, a front door and back door. The back door is right where I'm going to plant the garden, but I never use the back door. Matter of fact, if I ever had to use it in case of fire or something, I've got the cat and dog, I've got a container with a sealed lid on top that the cat food and the dog food goes in, and I've got a clothes rack that some of my clothes hangs on, because the clothes closets in that camper do not hold all of my clothes. So I've got a rack right there by the back door. So if I ever have to use that back door for anything, I'm going to have to jump over the cat and dog food containers and push my way through my clothes that I've got up there. But if the house is on fire, I bet you I can get out real fast. And if the fire's between me and the front door, I can go out the back door and shove my way through all the vegetables I'm going to plant. I got the problem solved with the stinking toilet. One of my YouTube friends made a recommendation, and I checked it out, and sure enough, that was a problem, and I got it fixed, and it doesn't stink anymore, and I'm glad about that. I've got a 3-inch pipe that my friend that I'm going to meet after a while put running all the way from the camper to the septic tank, so my sewage goes right straight out. It doesn't stand in the holding tank that the camper has built underneath it. But it was stinking for some reason, and it didn't smell like sewer. It smelled like some toxic chemical. But anyway, that problem is solved, and I'm glad it is. On my Facebook page, I posted pictures of a drone that was given to me a couple of years ago, and I had never taken it out of the box, and I got to thinking that thing would be fun to make a few YouTube videos with. It's got a camera built in and everything. I had just never taken it out of the box and learned how to use it. So I got it out, and I charged the batteries up and everything, and went out on the porch yesterday, I think it was. Yeah, it's yesterday. And started trying to learn how to fly it, and I learned how to get it up, but the controls on it are so delicate, man. I just barely touch them, and that thing took off, and it went up and hit some of the limbs in a pecan tree. The camper is parked between two giant pecan trees, and it hit the limbs in one of the pecan trees, and then it come crashing down on top of the RV, and I couldn't even see it where it landed. And it was late yesterday when I was doing that, after I'd finished my work for the day, and I didn't want to go get the ladder and climb up there in the dark, so I just waited till this morning and got the ladder and got up there, and it was way far away from where I had the ladder, so I went and got the rake and gently pulled it over to the edge so I could get it, and I had to put a new battery in it because it was turned on all night, and the battery that was in it had run down, so I put a fresh battery in it, and it works fine. It didn't get hurt, but I was kind of worried about it. I was hoping it wouldn't rain last night. I don't know what rain would do to it, but it didn't rain. It came a heavy dew, but it started up and it worked. I just don't know how to fly it. I need to get out away from the camper and away from the trees and away from everything that I could crash into, and try to be a little more gentle on the controls. I'm in Angleton, Texas right now. That's, I don't know how far, maybe 35 minutes away from my home. I'm just passing through on my way. I've got a long drive to make today, and I'm not going to take you all the way. But up here on the right, you know, I made a video the other day of me getting my paint pump refilled, and I've told you all about the accident I was in that messed up my spine pretty bad, broke my neck in 3 places, and broke a bunch of bones in my body, and almost killed me. So I've got a pain pump to help deal with the pain, and that pain pump has a catheter that goes from the pump up inside my spinal canal, and it pumps pain medication into my spine 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. And it does give me a lot of relief. I was going to go over to the Philippines for several months, and so I had my pain pump, the speed at which it dispenses medicine, cut back as far back as I could, so I could go 2 or 3 months without getting it refilled, so I could make that trip over to the Philippines. And the pain got so bad I couldn't stand it, so I had them bump it back up to where it was before, and I just stayed at home. But over here on the right is the pain center where I go, right there. The doctor that owns it used to rent a place over by the hospital, and he decided to build his own place. And I heard that new clinic he built there was almost $5 million, and I don't doubt it. It is nice. It is very nice. He has some surgical suites in it where he can do spinal procedures right there in his own clinic rather than having to go to a hospital and do it. And he's also, besides being a pain management doctor and a spinal professional, he's also an anesthesiologist, so he can put me to sleep and then operate on me all by himself. But the surgeries that he's done on me, he always had somebody else put me to sleep, but he could do it himself. He has a degree in anesthesiology too. I can't remember what. Oh, I checked on my cuttings that I'm propagating. You know, I did 55 cuttings 2 or 3 months ago, and the ones of my pomegranate trees, I had some from my old pomegranate tree and some from a newer pomegranate tree, and the ones from the old pomegranate tree are looking good. The ones from the new pomegranate tree may be dead. I can't tell for sure yet, but they are not growing leaves on them, and the new pomegranate tree cuttings are. All of the roses are looking good except one. Now, most of my cuttings that I am propagating are of roses, but I've got some plum trees, some fig trees, some pomegranate trees. I've got some grapes, a butterfly bush, the milkweed. I can't remember what all. But they're all looking good except the plums and the new pomegranate tree. I can't tell that those are still alive. I don't know if they are or not. I'll leave them in there, and you know, in another month or two I'll start checking everything to see if they got roots on them yet, and I imagine they do, but I haven't checked that part of them yet. But the tops of them are all looking good except for the plums and the new pomegranate tree. I think that's a pretty good update for now, since I'm not at home out like I am. I get fast internet speed out here, so I'll load this up while I finish my driving and while I eat my lunch, and maybe I'll run over by NASA and take some pictures for y'all there. So do go to my Facebook page, the same exact name with the same exact spelling as my YouTube channel, and check out the pictures I posted this morning and the ones I've been posting all along, and I'll probably have some more there tonight when I get back home. Y'all behave. I'll behave, because I'll be with a couple of friends that we do a lot together. Valerie and Barry and me and they make me behave. So y'all don't have to worry about me today. And I always behave at home because nobody ever comes out there to make me misbehave. So today will be a good day. I just hope it doesn't rain because I don't like driving in the rain. I don't like rain, period. The garden likes it. But we've had so much rain this year, it's probably wanting to get some rubber boots for all the plants or something. Anyway, I gotta go. I'll talk to y'all later. Y'all have a great weekend. Cuddle up to the Lord. Stay close to Jesus. If you don't have Jesus in your life, invite him in. You need him way, way, way more than you know. And he is coming back to earth soon. You better be ready when he gets here. I'm ready, and I try to warn everybody because the world definitely is not ready for Jesus. Y'all behave. I'll talk to you later. Bye.